is apeshit. This is my first Nintendo Wi-Fi battle upload, and there we go. I am challenged by Obama. I'll give you his real name in the description, and I met him at the Average Asylum chat. He leads with the lead gross, I lead with my bronzong. He goes for some stealth rocks, I set up my stealth rocks. Goes for a meteor mash, that's not going to do anything because this is also my defensive wall. He gets the attack boost, but that's void thanks to my reflect. I get some leftovers, and really I should have switched, but I just go for the gyro ball to get -1 damage, and I hit the incoming Vaporeon and do absolutely nothing. And if you understood the -1 damage reference, that was Hayden. Anyway, so predicting the switch, or the surf, I go into my Shaman, and it's going to take that really nicely. And now, just playing safe, I go for a Seed Flare. He predicts that, obviously, and goes into his Dragonite, which ×4 resists. I get a useless special defense drop because I'm going to have to switch out of there and go back into my Bronzong. Now, I went into Bronzong thinking I could take almost anything, but he goes for a Fire Punch, gets the burn, and then my Reflect's going to wear off this turn, so I now need to get out of there. I would have stayed in to try and set up another Reflect, but there's really no need when I have another Water type on this team. So, Starmie's going to take the Fire Punch easily with the resistance. And again, trying not to over-predict too early, I'm just going to go for the safe Ice Beam. And predicting that he's going to go into his Metagross. And I'm going to get some Lefty's Recovery. He's not, so I'm thinking it's Lumberry or Aquaberry. I'm not sure yet at the moment. Now, predicting a physical hit, I go back into Bronzong, and he just goes boom. Now, normally, I could take one of these, but I was about half health, and this thing's probably got about 400 attack power, and it is able to take out Bronzong. Sorry, I don't know why the screen just went black. Anyway, I'm going to go into my Infernape, thinking I can U-turn on whatever he brings in, but he goes into a Gengar. So I switch into my special defense wall, Vaporeon, and it should be able to take anything Gengar wants to throw, except for maybe like a Hypnosis, but no one runs Hypnosis sub-punching Gengars anymore. No one really ran them ever, but he's going to go for a Thunderbolt, but because of Vaporeon's bulk, that will not take me out, and I'm going to be able to set up a Wish. And I saw the Life Orb, so I'm just going to start Life Orb stalling him, as boring as that is, but so I set up the Wish, get some lefties, and I'm about to go for the Protect. So yeah, guys, go check out Average Asylum, join the Saiyan Clan. That's what my group. It's headed by Fizzy Stardust. I'll leave the link to the Average Asylum chat and forums in the description. He goes for another Thunderbolt, and I'm just going to set up another Wish. And really, there's nothing for me to talk about at the moment, because just Life Orb stalling him. He's losing 10% of his health every turn. Now, knowing I'm going to go for a Protect, I believe he switches. Yes, there it is. And he goes into his Dragonite. And because I was just Life Orb stalling him, I saw no need to stop. And so I get the Wish. And I went for the Protect just to see what this Dragonite's going to do. But then got distracted and shouldn't have been watching TV and missed what it went for. So I had no idea what he went for. So I was just going to stay in and try and go for a Hidden Power Electric. Because at that health, it should be able to take it out. And so the Outrage hits, and I see my health going down, and just because of the sheer mass of health that Vaporeon has, it will survive, and there's my mouse pointing at 59 HP. 10 more, and we would have had a perfect 69. And if you also notice, Dragonite had Life Orb, so if I had been paying closer attention, I could have Life Orb stalled that and just set up another Wish and stalled that out too. Now I go for a Protect just to get Lefty's Gain and see what this thing's going to do. He goes for an Energy Ball. Now, I have Pokemon that resist Energy Ball, but knowing that he's going to think I'm going to switch into something that resists and he's going to switch moves, I just stay in and hope he goes for maybe a Shadow Ball or a Focus Blast, or whatever his fourth move is that I haven't seen. Now, because I know it's Life Orbed, I'm just going to go into Starmie, Outspeed, and kill it off with a Thunderbolt. I get some Lefty's recovery. I did outspeed and kill off the Gengar, and now he goes into Shaman. Now, the only reason he would go into a Shaman is because it can outspeed me. So, predicting the obvious Seed Flare, I go into my own Dragonite, and I take the Seed Flare. No, he misses the Seed Flare, but it doesn't matter. That wouldn't have done anything. Now, this is where the match gets haxy. I should have predicted the Vaporeon switch in, but I didn't and went for a Fire Punch. So I'm expecting to see maybe a quarter damage, but his health goes down and it's a crit. Another Fire Punch will take it out, and we're on the Zat, and he tells me that it's a Specs Vaporeon, so he could have done some massive damage to my team just by spamming Ice Beam. True, though, I probably would have switched into Infernape, as you'll see in a second. Because he actually carries the Hidden Power Ice. I didn't really think anyone still carried that, but he apparently thought it was a good idea, and it worked out for him here. But because he's Scarfed, he's locked on, so my Infernape can come in, and I didn't want to just stay in there and go for the Overheat, expecting maybe he switches. And I couldn't remember if I had seen his last Pokemon, so I wasn't sure if he had a Heat Ran by any chance. So I just U-turned in case of a switch, and it's super effective damage. And I'm going to go into my Starmie, because it also resists the Hidden Power Ice. And again, not knowing if he's going to want to stay in or not, I believe I go for a Rapid Spin. And that's just to get off the Stealth Rock, so Infernape can come in and do more damage and not have to take Stealth Rocks. Seeing now that he's almost definitely not switching, I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam and take out the Shaman. And there it is. And now here's the weird part about my Starmie. I do not have the Stab Water move. I have Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Recover, and Rapid Spin. So I cannot touch this Infernape, so I'm just going to get as much damage as I can with a Thunderbolt. And that will not take it out, but it will do a hefty chunk. And if you liked this video, like the quality, rate, comment, subscribe. This is apeshit, and not much is going on, so just letting you guys know. So yeah, I now just go into my Scarf Shaman. I know I can outspeed, hit it with an Earth Power, and that's good game. Rate, comment, subscribe. See ya.
And done. Shit. 3 people asked to be mad. It's like, what do I have to do?